Hello everyone, we are here with our first video in Sengoku Dynasty. We're going to be talking about the best beginner location for your base, because in this game you can have several villages, you don't need to be tied down to one area, and if you want to start off on the best foot, in my opinion, really, it's just to start with like little starting village at the very beginning, and I'll tell you why. So here we are at the first village that you encounter. The game kind of like leads you here. You just basically take that path, that's the starting point down there. You literally just follow this path, and it will eventually take you here. You'll have to talk to a guy over here, and he'll be like, oh, this village, it burnt down because of this battle that happened. And he basically tells you, yeah, you can rebuild, like, the village here, and, like, take down all these buildings and stuff. And building your first village here is... it's beneficial for a few reasons. The first being that... when you take these guys down, all these buildings, you are, you're going to get a lot of sticks, you're going to get a lot of planks, you're going to get charcoal, you're going to get a lot of resources for free, and there's a lot of buildings here, so you can very easily stock up on sticks and planks without having to do a lot of work, in my opinion. You don't have to worry about, like, building certain production buildings or anything like that. You can just directly get them from these buildings and start, you know, going to town on building some of your own buildings, your new buildings, for free, basically, really, with the resources that you just get from tearing these guys down. So that just saves you time, in my opinion, right from the start. Secondly, there are tons, there's like so much stone around here, and there's kind of like a lot of stone in the game in general. But, you know, when you're starting out, if you don't want to, like, get going on, like, pickaxes and stuff like that and mining rocks, the beach is right here. And it is littered with stone. Like, look at all that stone that you can pick up. And obviously there's some, like, all throughout the woods and stuff as well. Like, there's so much stone here. And you're going to need a lot of stone to build buildings, for one, but also just because your initial tools being made out of stone, you're going to be going through a lot of stone. So having so much of that around just to begin with is just really nice and ideal and fast and efficient and all that. So, do that. Obviously, also, there are plenty of trees around. You can get all these trees if you want. There's a deeper forest on this side, so you don't have to travel far to get trees. And these trees are all kind of like what I call, you know, like level 1 trees, if you will. You don't need anything, like, too fancy in terms of your tools to cut them down. So you have plenty of trees around to craft certain things that you need. Once you're out of, like, planks and stuff from tearing these guys down. So just having that nearby, also super nice. What you're going to find out when you kind of start talking to this guy and completing, like, the various quests that he has, they're all within this area. We'll kind of bring up our map here. We're here at the village. He's going to send you kind of like around this area for a lot of the beginner quests. So just having your village right here makes that so much easier to just, like, go there, come back, you know, make sure you got everything ready for, like, the next season. You're not wasting a lot of time running back and forth. So just kind of, like, having this here to get those initial quests done, in my opinion, it was nice to have that going on here, just to have that close by, you know, because I hate just running around wasting time, especially when time is relatively short in this game in regards to, like, how they kind of have, like, their season system, which we'll go into in a later video, don't you worry. So just having your beginner village here just to get those initial quests done, a lot easier in my opinion. Now, they do require you to have flat land to build on in this game, and as you can kind of see, this land is pretty gosh darn flat, and it's a lot of flat land too. Like, you can expand all the way over there, and as well as, you know, way back there. You can even build, like, a little bit here until it starts to get, like, super slopey. So this land is great for building. You're not going to have too many problems running into, like, you know, like, collision problems or anything like that. I mean, just, like, look how much land there is, right? This is really good flat land. So, again, just really great just to get your first village down. There's also, other than, like, the occasional boar here and there, like, there's one who lives, like, across the river over there. There aren't any, like, real immediate threats. Like, there's even a guy hanging out over here who's, like, technically a bandit, but he doesn't attack you. He just, like, hangs out for, like, lore purposes. But there aren't, like, any bandits super close. Like, the closest bandit is like up to the north there. I kind of accidentally ran into him, but he's like way over there, and he's not going to be coming over. So like this is like a really safe place, just in terms of like easily getting around, walking around, exploring, and not having to worry about somebody about to like eat your face off or stab you or something. So that's really nice too. And then finally, it's obviously close to other resources as well besides wood and stone. There's like clay that's actually not too far from here. Just gonna run over here. There's also like a lot of food. Like a lot of wineberry bushes here. There's grass. There's a lot of bird nests for eggs. There are some animals around, like hare mainly, a few foxes. We're just gonna keep going this way. Yeah, so if you go across this river and up that slope, I think it's actually like right around there where my little crosshairs are pointing. There is some clay there, so that can get you started on clay. There's also clay down this road a bit. There's a quest that will take you in that direction. You will very easily find the clay by following that quest, and it's just it's just down the road. So like it's close to like not quite it's close to beginner tier resources, but also kind of like beginner mid-tier resources, which is great. And again, like I said, there's like lots of food around too, just to keep you fed, keep your villagers fed, because the food requirements in this game, I think they're still working on them, but they are definitely like a little bit more important because it directly impacts the happiness and productivity of your people here. So having enough food, as well as beverages at some point, but food especially is really important. So having that close by, again, great. So that's about it for your beginner village. Just come down here, really, and just tear this down, start your first village, and then you can start to look for other locations for your secondary and whatever villages. And you can be sure that I will have a video for that, too. I got quite a bit of exploring to do, I'll tell you that. But come down here, build your beginner village, kind of see what the game's all about, and, have your fun. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.